Greetings and good morning. It is day 89 on the Appalachian Trail, and I am right on the Appalachian Trail. But guess where else I am? And guess what I'm getting ready to do? We got in just a little bit late yesterday, not enough time to do the half-gallon challenge at the Pine Grove Furnace General Store, but we're here now. They open in just a few more minutes, and it's going to be ice cream for breakfast today. We're planning about we're getting a late jump on it because the store doesn't open until 10 o'clock. So probably only be about 11 to 14 mile day, somewhere in there. We'll find a tent site along the way. I'm doing my best to nurse these heels, the hot spots on my heels. I think I've got it under control. The first couple miles today will tell the tale. So keep your fingers crossed for me. All right, Philly, what are you doing?
We are doing the half-gallon challenge, and I am going with a pint of coffee house cookies and cream. And not very original, but I'm going with the cookies and cream here as well.
Perfect.
How about you?
I'm going with the green mint and the strawberry cheesecake. So now we're not doing a timed thing here. We're just trying to complete it. So here we go. So like I said, it's not a time challenge here, but it's 10:03. Let's see how long it takes us to do this. All right, I'm about 15 minutes into it, and I would say maybe 40%, 35-40%. Okay, I'm at 25 minutes. I'm getting close.
No,
31 minutes. Half-gallon challenge complete.
Some of them have Velcro in for putting pouches in as well.
So, I definitely feel full. But in some ways, I've been training for this event my entire life. So I did the math. That was 2,450 calories. So all my family members that are worried about my weight loss, I'm probably going to cover the calories today to hike. So Philly almost threw in the towel a few minutes ago. He said, "No, I can't do it. But he's almost there. Look, that's about 5 or 6 more bites. He's going to get it." We're going to feel miserable for a couple hours, but he's going to get it. Okay.
For this.
So I should also mention why there are 2 containers. Because ice cream doesn't come in a half gallon anymore. It comes in a 1.5 quart. So you've got to add a second pint to get to the half gallon. So that's why there's 2 containers here. All right, check it out. Philly's done too. We both completed the half-gallon challenge.
And Philly's lips don't work anymore.
That's so much sugar, I'm almost feeling jittery. I need to go do some jumping jacks. I want to come check out the museum here real quick before I headed on north on the trail. I might not be able to finish the Appalachian Trail, but I can definitely finish a half-gallon of ice cream. Wanted to come in the museum and see the wheel. We had it at Tennessee Eastman there for a little while. I'm not sure of the story there. You can see the TEHC. I bet I know somebody that can fill me in. Myron Avery used that wheel to map out the distance on the trail. And somehow My hiking club had it for a while. You know, as I've hiked the trail, I've thought about that wheel a couple times, wondering how in the world did they use that wheel over some of the rock fields I've been in to measure the distance. I mean, I could see how it could be useful on just a regular old trail that doesn't have a bunch of rocks on it, but there's more trail with rocks than not, so I'd be interested in knowing more about how that wheel worked. And there's some people in my hiking club that I'm sure know and will be happy to explain it to me. But yeah, that wheel was in our club many years ago for a while. I'm not sure the details around how we got it, but sure is nice to see it in the museum there. All right, so we're at mile marker 11:05-ish. And I think our plan today is to get to a tenting location, either 11 or 15 miles. Hard to know exactly how far it's going to be. A lot of it depends on how I do and the weather. I mean, it's supposed to be okay later today, but right now there's a threat of thunderstorms in the... I'm hoping it misses us. But I mean, I'm sure 30 yards into the trail, my feet are going to be wet. With all the rain, I can imagine just the trail's probably still covered in water, underwater. So anyway, keep your fingers crossed for me and hope that I have a hike without incident today. Well, the trail coming out of Pine Grove Furnace State Park has so far been pretty nice. I know this isn't going to last for long, but right now I'm enjoying it. So we're about an hour and a half into our hike, and so far my heels are holding up good. So I feel good about that. And neither one of us have thrown up from the half gallon of ice cream we ate. But we're definitely feeling it. It's kind of a weird feeling. You're not hungry at all, but you're not really full either. It's a weird feeling. Anyway. So far my heels are doing good, which is the most important thing. We're taking a break at Green Mountain General Merchandise. Got some drinks and some snacks. Kind of resting a second. So we've gone 9 miles and my heels seem to be holding up, so that's a really good sign. Just hope that continues. I really apologize for not videoing much the last couple hours. And it was some pretty interesting trail too. It just that it was thundering and thunderstorming and it started raining, and it really wasn't, I couldn't get my camera out. It was just too much wetness and damp and rain, and we were kind of trying to hustle to beat the thunderstorm, but I think the thunderstorm has moved through, and so we're okay now. We did get soaked, but you know, that's the way it goes. Well, soaked is probably a strong word. We got wet. So we're about a 1.5 mile from the shelter we're going to. Planning to tent. I think Philly will drop in the shelter. But it's starting to get kind of late. It turned out to be a pretty big mile day. I'll figure it out when I do my clothes, but I think we're around 15. How many are we hiking, Philly? 15? Yeah, I think it's about 15, and we didn't start till 11. So, and my heels have done really good. I cannot tell you how relieved I am that today wasn't a problem. I mean, today went so good. I am so relieved, because I was worried that I was going to find myself with a 5 or 6 day healing process off the trail, but I'm doing okay. I mean, I went 15 miles, or I've gone 14 miles so far. That's pretty good. Day 89 ended up being a 16-mile day into the Alec Kennedy shelter, and I'm tenting nearby. There's a bunch of tent sites, and that is mile marker 1120.7. So, and we didn't get started till 11, so it was a pretty good day not getting started till 11. And before we got started, of course, there was the half-gallon challenge that both Philly and I successfully completed. Like I said, that's an event that I've been training for my whole life. Take care. Good night. You know, I get to the end of the day and I'm really tired and I forget things, sometimes some very important things. So how are my heels? Well, today was really good, no problem. I had no problems with them. We went 16 miles and I had no problems with them. So that's a great sign. Now, I course corrected yesterday. I walked slower. I changed socks. And I think it was probably, I was doing something different 2 days ago. And I think that may have been what started it all. I won't make that mistake again. I'm back doing my normal in Gingy liners and darn tough socks on the outside. And no problems today. So that's good. I also used Luco tape on my right heel and some moleskin on my left heel. So that all seemed to help and work, and I'm quite relieved. I'm quite relieved because I was so worried. I was looking at a 4 or 5 day off the trail to get blisters repaired, and luckily I'm doing okay. So take care. Good night.